What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. Happy first Monday of the year. Today is January 5th. I was feeling incredibly inspired yesterday. I made my 2026 mood board. Last night was jotting down some ideas going into this year. I wanted to kind of catch up and chat, talk about life updates and the new year and everything that's been going on. Let's get into it. The last life updates video that I did was, I think 5 or 6 months ago in Florida, right before I was about to move to New Jersey. So I think this is a great transition video to talk about what's been going on since I've moved back. I lived in Florida for 3 years. I'm from New Jersey and I moved back in with my parents at the age of 27. And I know I kind of mentioned that in my last updates video, but here is a post-move update. Overall, I will say moving back home has been way more pleasantly surprising than I had expected. Although there maybe is a stigma around living at home, I really like my parents, I like my hometown, I like my friends that are here. So moving back wasn't as heavy or suffocating as some people might think. I will say some of the benefits of it are that, for one, a lot of my home friends did not move from the area. So I am so grateful to spend so much quality time with all of my friends that still live here. I have a lot of them that are still here, and I think it's been so special to be able to just see some of my friends that I haven't seen or that I only saw once or twice a year. To be able to see them literally on a whim and spontaneously has been really great. That has been a pro since moving back home. With that being said, I feel like overall my mental health being back has been relatively okay. It is the winter now, it is January, and I think my biggest concern was how I was going to feel during these next 3 months of January through March. It's definitely been really cold and it's been an adjustment to live in the winter again. Overall, there's been a lot going on. I'll check in with you in 3 months how I'm doing, but right now mental health is feeling semi-okay and manageable and better than expected in these winter months. A big update: in November, I completed my High Rocks, which was a huge project that I undertook last year. I was new to the High Rocks community. I signed up back in June. I trained for 21 weeks, and that is all the content I've been posting about on YouTube over the past couple of months. So I'm glad to resume to regular life content here. That was a huge achievement. I had a great time training for it. I won't talk on it too much because I did talk about it a lot. I trained for 21 weeks. I religiously never missed a High Rocks class, which I took 3 a week, and then I did a long run most Sundays, usually 6 miles. That was a big goal on my list last year that I've checked off, and that is kind of the reason that now I'm in a new headspace, because a lot of what I was working on revolved around High Rocks, and now that it's over, I kind of have a clean slate to start fresh. Another update: I did cut my hair. Thank you for noticing. I had super long hair during the High Rocks and I wanted my hair long so I could do a bubble braid. And I've always identified with long hair, and my hair is by no means short right now. I did do a very different haircut than I've done in the past. My good friend Daniel cut my hair. I'm gonna put his Instagram here because he's amazing if you're in New Jersey. A new haircut can do wonders for your confidence and your mental health. People say that hair holds trauma, and I think with the whole move, it was a big thing for me last year. Having a new look has really been great for me personally. I felt a shift in my personality, in my mood, being able to kind of like let things go. That's a fun little update. I'm gonna segue a little bit into my New Year's resolutions and kind of goals for this year, routines that I want to set. I'm not like a huge resolutions person, and I feel like there can be a lot of pressure around the new year, not always in a good way. I just want to, before I go into all this, right now I'm feeling like I have the mental capacity to work on my goals and have this motivation for a new year. But when I had first moved back to New Jersey in July, I did not have the capacity, even though it felt like a fresh start and I was doing all these new things, I did not have the capacity to do what I'm doing now, and I had other things on my mind. So if you feel like you're preoccupied and this isn't your fresh start, it doesn't have to be. Like, there will always be time to run when you're feeling motivated, and if you're not feeling motivated and you need some time for yourself, I just want to say that that's okay, that I took plenty of time to just sit on the couch and watch TV and not do anything productive, and you need that time too. If that's where you're at, honor where you're at. I will say yesterday I was feeling inspired. Like I said earlier in the video, I made a mood board and I want to talk about some of my kind of goals and what I put on that for 2026. Starting off, we're here. Really and truly, I'd love to be more consistent about vlogging for YouTube and just creating content for YouTube. I think the landscape of social media has changed so much since I even started doing YouTube, with now TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and TikTok being a platform that people post on every single day. It can feel so overwhelming and discouraging if your content's not performing incredibly. What I said earlier in my TikTok was that for me with fitness, a lot of people go into fitness with the goal of wanting to change their body. And for me, I've always really enjoyed working out and having a physical challenge, so that when I did my high rocks, I went into it with a goal in mind and just a project. And naturally, through working out every day, I saw a shift in my body. That's not what the goal was, but that was just an aftermath of it. Not putting pressure on weight loss. And I feel like with a lot of people, when it comes to weight loss, if that is their goal when they're starting their fitness journey, it can feel really discouraging to continue to work out because you're not seeing immediate results. And so I'm trying to take that mentality and translate it to my content, where I'm not gonna just put so much pressure on the numbers and if it's doing well in the day-to-day, and really just enjoy creating content because I like to do it. If it performs well and it's successful, that's the aftermath, and not putting so much pressure on it, if that makes sense. I really would love to vlog and make this content for myself if it resonates with you, and if you're here watching it, I appreciate it more than you know. With that being said, another thing, I am kind of in a transition state right now with my career. I left my job back in July. Since I've moved back home, have done some self-employment tasks. I have been working with children in the afternoons, and I do freelance social media in the mornings, and that has been so wonderful. I absolutely adore working with children, but this is going to be my last week working with them. And then my freelance client, I absolutely love her so much. It is just beyond what I could have ever asked for in terms of getting my first client now that I'm in New Jersey working for myself. We are actually going to Rome together in March, which is super, super exciting, and I'm so grateful. Whatever my career looks like this year, I just want to go down the path of finding a fulfilling career that really works with my lifestyle and makes me feel happy. I'm not exactly sure what that is yet, and that is really daunting in itself. I'll make a whole other video about work. It is on my New Year's list to really expand and build on my career this year. On the next topic, I know I just mentioned fitness. Like I said, I absolutely love fitness. It is something that is near and dear to my heart. After my high rocks, I joined ClassPass because I wanted to try new forms of fitness, kind of recover my body, do some yoga, do some Pilates. And I am so shocked and so pleasantly surprised. Through ClassPass, I started dancing again. That has been so wonderful and so healing for me. I grew up as a dancer. I stopped around college. It is truthfully, I mean, I've only been doing it a couple weeks now, but it's so healing and I'm so excited about it. And it has reminded me that this is something that like really resonates with my soul. I have been doing hip hop. I'm actually doing hip hop later tonight at 7:30. I've dipped my toe in a new form of dance, and I've started pole dancing, which has been so fun, so hard, so humbling, so exciting. I am sore beyond what I would have ever expected. It is really, really challenging. It's just so fun. I feel aligned in my body, and I really feel like I need this right now. A resolution, something I want to continue doing, is exploring new forms of fitness. Last year was the high rocks. This year, I think pole is going to be a big part of it, and just continuing through ClassPass to do different forms of movement that are not ingrained in my body yet. Continuing to do the things that I also have been doing. So I've been doing typically Bikram yoga. I've been going to Jet Set Pilates, like I said, dancing, and then some other things that I tried out. I did some boxing, a different kind of Pilates class, a different kind of yoga class, F45, spin classes. So I really want to honor like what my body is feeling and just have so much fun with working out. Hand in hand with that, this one's pretty typical and I'm not going to go into too much with it, but of course, overall health and wellness, gut health, paying attention to what I'm putting into my body, drinking a lot of water, making sure that I'm making good choices. Last year, I was really good about not drinking alcohol because of my high rocks. You know, it's not something that I heavily restrict. Just in general, I want to make good choices for what I'm putting into my body. That kind of goes into my next point with my skin health. Something that is a terrible, terrible habit and arguably tick that I have is that I pick at my skin profusely every single day, both cognizantly and without even realizing I'm doing it. I will stand in front of the mirror and pick my skin. I will be sitting on the couch not looking in a mirror and pick my skin. I think it's a nervous tick that I do. It is so bad. I have done it for years and years and years. If you know me, all my friends tell me don't pick my face. Obviously it's not good. It creates scarring. It makes it worse. A huge resolution, if probably my number one, so hold me hold me accountable to this, please, is I do not want to pick my skin. I'm going to be trying to be really aware of it, trying to really protect my skin health this year and stop picking and maybe get to the root cause of what's making me, you know, reach for my skin and pick, all those things. Overall, dabbling in some new fashion and style. If you see today, I have this new sweater. I got it from Marshall's. I'm a big Marshall's shopper. And it's funny because I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to share all this clothing and all this style, but I am just such a true Marshall shopper that I feel like it's not something I can link for people. I am experimenting with my style. I am experimenting with fashion, dressing in ways that really resonates with me and putting outfits together that are super fun. Last but not least, and I guess this isn't a resolution, but something I want to bring into this year is just having healthy relationships, quality time with the people that I love, my family, my friends, my love life. I really want to make sure that I am intentional about quality time, just having like really healthy relationships and friendships around me, people that are really supportive of me, bringing me up. Like I said earlier in this video, I have a lot of friends in this area and I'm excited to continue to spend time with them. I'm actually taking a trip to Florida in a couple weeks. I'm gonna vlog it, hold me to it, and I'm gonna see my Florida friends I'm very excited about. That is just like a little bit of a life updates, what I'm thinking about, what I'm working on, what I want to bring into this new year. I'm really excited to have January be a fresh start and a clean slate, tie up all my loose ends. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I think one of my goals is to hit 1,000 subscribers this year, hopefully by April, because that's my birthday, but this year I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers as my benchmark. If you made it this far, please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to give this video a like, share it with your friends. I will see you next time.